This video we see the history of locust. How fast locust travel. Can peoples eat locust? How many eggs lay? Locust recipes. To get the details, watch the video till the end.
Locust. Locusts look like ordinary grasshoppers. Most notably, they both have big hind legs that help them hop or jump. The swarm originated in the Horn of Africa. The desert locust is one of about a dozen species of short-horned grasshoppers. The swarms that form can be dense and highly mobile. 4 stages. Egg, 0 to 65 days. Hopper 4 to 95 days, average 36 days. Adult 2.5 to 5 months, and swarm. The last major desert locust plague occurred from 1986 to 1989 and affected 43 countries. It arose from widespread heavy rains that fell in western Sahara in the late summer of 1986. 4 local outbreaks developed simultaneously and independently in the autumn of 2003 in northwest Mauritania, northern Mali, Niger, and northeast Sudan as a result of good rainfall and breeding during the summer. In 1875, the largest locust swarm in history was recorded over the Midwest. A small swarm, 1 square kilometer, can be made up of 80 million locusts and can consume the same amount of food in one day as 35,000 people, while a large swarm can eat up to 1.8 million metric tons of green vegetation, equivalent to food enough to feed 81 million people. How long does a desert locust live? A desert locust lives a total of about 3 to 5 months, although this is extremely variable and depends mostly on weather and ecological conditions. Breeding. Excess rains triggered a breeding boom. The above-average rainy season in Jan to April in 2019 created favorable conditions for locusts to breed. A single female locust can lay egg pods containing anywhere from 80 to 150 eggs. The baby locusts find themselves in a newly lush environment loaded with food. They'll strip it clean and take off in swarms in search of ever more vegetation to obliterate. Laying. Desert locust females lay eggs in an egg pod primarily in sandy soils at a depth of 10 to 15 centimeters below the surface. A solitary female lays about 95 to 158 eggs, whereas a gregarious female lays usually less than 80 eggs in an egg pod. Females can lay at least 3 times in their lifetime, usually at intervals of about 6 to 11 days. Eggs require moist soil conditions after laying, as they need to absorb moisture to complete their development. Temperatures below 15 degrees Celsius are unfavorable. Egg mortality may occur when soil temperatures are above 35 degrees Celsius. How far and how fast can desert locusts migrate? Wind is the main transportation mechanism of locusts and also concentrates them by convergence. Desert locusts usually fly with the wind at a speed of about 16 to 19 kilometers per hour depending on the wind. Swarms can travel about 5 to 130 kilometers or more in a day. Locusts can stay in the air for long periods of time. For example, locusts regularly cross the Red Sea, a distance of 300 kilometers. In the past there have been some spectacular and very long-distance swarm migrations, for example from Northwest Africa to the British Isles in 1954 and from West Africa to the Caribbean, a distance of 5,000 kilometers in about 10 days in 1988. Solitary desert locust adults usually fly at night, whereas gregarious adults, swarms, fly during the day. How much food can a desert locust eat? Desert locust adult can consume roughly its own weight in fresh food per day, that is about 2 grams every day. A 1 square kilometer size swarm contains about 40 million locusts, which eat the same amount of food in one day as about 35,000 people. Can locusts be detected by satellites? Weather satellites and other satellites used to monitor the environment cannot detect locust individuals or swarms. Do people eat locusts? Yes. Interesting, answer is yes. People in several countries collect locusts using large nets and by other means. Locusts are usually stir-fried, roasted or boiled and eaten immediately, or dried and eaten later. Some picks for you. Tinji ya, Swana recipe. Remove the wings and hind legs of the locusts, and boil in a little water until soft. Sakonyane, Swazu recipe. Prepare embers and roast the whole locust on the embers. Remove head, wings, and legs, in other words, only the breast part is eaten. If you liked this video, please, like, subscribe, and comment.